Good morning again, Live, Build, Change family. Carey Green here, and I'm so excited to talk to you this morning because I want to continue talking to you about the things that I mentioned in yesterday's episode of the Morning Mindset. I had just gotten into the fact that when we feel a sense of resistance in us that says to us, I can't accomplish that, or these things in terms of possibility that I hear people talk about, well, that's not true of me because, and then we fill in the blank. We tell something from our past or something about what's happened to us in our lives. And we use that as a reason for why what God says about us, that we are creative, we are powerful, we are His ambassadors, we are created in His image. And we, by faith in Him, can accomplish great things. When we discount those things because of something in our past, that pushback that we feel in our hearts should serve us as a red flag, as a warning light, showing us that there is a mindset issue there. And this morning mindset edition of the podcast is about helping you start your day with the right mindset. Because if you look at your day from the standpoint or with the lens of, I am not capable of much because, then do you realize you're starting out the day at a disadvantage already because you're not even going to attempt some of the things that you may be capable of because you've already convinced yourself that there's no use. You're not capable of it. You see, this is one of those difficult things for us to get a handle on as an individual because we don't see ourselves objectively. We're stuck inside of our own head, so to speak. We see things the way we see them, and it takes someone from the outside, and maybe I'm serving as that someone today, to say, take a long, hard look at the things that go on in your own mind and in your own heart. When you hear someone like me say, God has made you a victor, God has given you the strength to overcome, God has given you the ability, the creativity, the strength to do something significant for His sake, and something in you pushes back against that, that is a warning to you. That is a sign to you that you've got a limiting belief. You're believing something that's not true. When Jesus Christ Himself says, you are more than conquerors through me. You are. You really are. And so will you choose to believe that limiting belief you have about yourself, that feeling of inadequacy, that feeling of insecurity that's come up from your past, from the way you were raised? I don't know exactly where it came from, but are you going to let that have a stronger place in your life than what God Himself says about you, the God of the universe who created you for a specific purpose? I mean, think that through for a minute. Say you were a carpenter and you created this particular piece of furniture for a specific purpose, but if that furniture spoke back to you as the carpenter and said, no, I'm not good enough for that. I mean, how silly is that? You're the carpenter. You're the one who made it. You know the quality of the piece. You know what it's to be used for. My friend, God has created you. He knows exactly what you are made for. He knows why He placed His Son, Jesus Christ, into you and the Spirit of God to empower you. And for you to resist when His Word says, you are more than a conqueror, or you are a new creation. And for you to insist because of your own stuck feelings that you are not that thing that God Himself says you are fighting against the truth of who you are. And I'm challenging you today. Look at your life. Look at the things you will face today. And what would it be like if you could face today with confidence? Not because you are all that, but because God says you are all that. God says you are more than a conqueror, able to handle whatever this day brings your way. And not just handle it, but to overcome it. We'll talk more about this on tomorrow's edition of the Morning Mindset Podcast.